Thanks, Chris. I'm hoping the sound is okay, coming just from the computer audio. So if you could check that, that'll be great. Thanks. Alrighty, everybody. All things being approximately equal and some things being better than others, we should now be live. It'd be great if somebody could just post on the, if anybody sees this and hears this, if you could just post on the forum or just in the chat on the YouTube, that would be kind of cool. Yeah, and without further ado, the start of qualifying for round 1. And we'll be running in the reverse order. In other words, slowest qualifying time to fastest qualifying time as per the round 0 times that Rob did for us up in IC Calgary. And out here it's still cool, coldish, but it's probably about 16 degrees inside the track here, so things should be okay. I've been running for an hour or so to get the track nice and clean, and hopefully everything should go well. Fingers crossed, and I hope I didn't jinx it. First up will be number 93, Harold, in his Lamborghini. And just for myself to be able to see if I can see myself with showing the cars. Yeah, again, normal thing. It's too dark. It's hard to see, but it is number 63, Harold's Lamborghini, and I'll be running around 20 laps once I get up to the point where I get a sense that I'm not improving much one way or the other, and we'll see how it goes. And ignore the green lane. There seems to be a ghost in the machine. It decided to start triggering itself happily every 6.01 seconds, which is the limit time. And so yeah, I actually thought of doing the qualifying in the green lane, but I will be doing it in the red. On Saturday we'll be running in blue and green. So finally we start. And we start with a nice shiny clean lint roller. Everything looks fine on the car. And we're running at 11 volts. And they're off. Oh, okay, I need more brakes and I need more driving practice. We haven't been racing for some time now. So I hope I got most of the rust shaken off this morning with running laps, but apparently not as well as I would have liked. Oh, sorry, Aaron. The car has a lot of get up and go, and the brakes are a bit on the soft side. call that the first one done. As mentioned, it has a ton of power, very quick, but it is a bit soft on the brakes, and it does have a bit of chatter. And if you guys could bear with me, I will be entering the comments as well in the spreadsheet as I'm doing this. A best of 6.839. And to put that into perspective, guys, so that's something to bear in mind, top qualifying last year, Leon's car was 6.496, which is stupid fast. Let me do something here. And I'm going through a set recipe here for the comments that I've been using in the past. So, first question: is it smooth? It's sort of, kinda. It's a little bit chattery. So let's go with the chatter. Brakes a little bit too light. Top speed is somewhere between good and a little bit on the high side. Grip is good. It is not tippy, except for that one corner that I was stupid, and it is not that easy to drive. So I'll give it a half. So 6.839 for Harold's Lamborghini. Next up would be Arliog's Ford GT number 20. No, number 48. Interesting, this one seems to have one of the new Predator 22,500 ball bearing motors, which is quite a soft motor, I think, for this Proxy, but especially on this long track. But let's see how it runs. Arliog, number 48. A lot more brakes than beautifully smooth, except that. lovely car. It has the same issue that my Ford GT has, and that on this corner, this tightish right-hander, it chatters. For the rest, it is brilliantly smooth. It handles beautifully. I thought with the 22.5K motor, a little bit light on top speed, but with a 6.566, guys, if this is the second slowest qualifying car, I wonder about. It's going to be a long proxy for me again, I think. 6.566. 6.566. It is definitely smooth, but it also chatters, strangely enough. Brakes is good. Top speed is a little bit too low, I think. Grip is somewhere between good and excellent. Not tippy, and it is generally easy to drive. Now, I just want to take a look to see if anybody has said anything on the live streaming. Lone Shark says yay. So I take that as a plus. And on the actual stream itself, doesn't look as if anybody's chatted so far. Not a very chatty group at this stage. And is everything? Yep, everything still seems to be alive and kicking. And third up would be Oxo Cube's number 23 Corvette. Very nice Repsol color scheme. Not sure if this is as it comes from the factory or not. Very shiny tires. Looks a little bit like the CA glue on the front tires, or the nail varnish is coming adrift a bit. Alrighty, 20 laps. Lots of power. Is a bit chattery. Whoa. And again, already a quick car in the 6.8s. Needs to be treated with kid glove. a little bit of a challenge to drive. It tends to break loose under acceleration, and it does chatter, and it has a ton of horsepower. So it might prove to be a bit challenging in the race itself. But a 6.825 is nothing to sneeze at. A reminder again that top qualifying last year was Leon at 6.496. So in terms of my feedback list, smooth, sort of, kinda. It definitely does have a fair bit of chatter. Brakes is somewhere between good and too little. Top speed is a little bit too high. I think it's going to prove challenging for some people to drive. Grip is good but not great. Definitely not tippy and definitely not easy to drive, I'm afraid. And on to number 13, Modern Slots' Corvette. Okay, Chris Struig has just given, F1 fan has just given feedback that the sound, etc. is okay. Thanks very much, Chris. It's always a bit difficult when you're in the dark over here, even though the lights are on. And back to the racing, number 13, Modern Slots' Corvette. A very red Corvette. And in keeping with the modern idiom, asking for the front tires to be cleaned as well. Very wide tires. It is nice and clean. Okay. So number 13, Modern Slots. If I press the button better, it will be better. Lots of brakes. Quite easy to drive. was very pleasant. A very nice car. And another quick car. This Proxy is just... what can I say? 6.782 is a very good time. 6.782. It is smooth. No real chatter. Brakes was good. Top speed was it's average. Grip was good, not excellent, and it was actually very easy to drive, so it should race well. Let's see. Next entrant, Steve EW, number 188, the first Aston. Again, I'm not up to speed on some of these liveries. It's a matte blue finish. Suspension, no tape. Stevie W, number 188. Lovely smooth. This is just crazy. I mean, it's like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th car, the 5th slowest car, and we're within less than a 10th of the best lap time from last year. And that I think is a great indication of just how crazy competitive this Proxy is. This is a very, very nice car. Whew. This is ridiculous. When the 5th fastest car is within less than a tenth of the top qualifying last year. Oh well. A 6.529, very good. It is very definitely smooth. No chattering. The brakes are good. Top speed is good. Not too high, not too low. It's like the baby bear's porridge. Grip is good to excellent. It is not tippy and it is very definitely easy to drive. Very nice car. Next up, the next Ford GT. Courtney S's number 2 Ford GT. Interesting color scheme. Almost all the colors of the rainbow. The right-hand side tire seems to be showing wear, not rubbing against anything, but just it's showing roughness from just from racing. Courtney S, number 2. Another quick car. Oh, a little bit too much. Very nice, very quick. It has a bit of a hint of chatter to it, and not the absolute grip, but still very quick. 6.634. It is generally smooth, but with a hint of a chatter. Brakes good. Top speed is balanced, not too high, not too low. Grip is good. It could do with a little bit more, and it is generally easy to drive. I need to be careful with my accolades because I know things are going to get quicker as we go along. And next up, Big Dogs, Big Dog, number 99, another Ford GT. There's a whole slew of Ford GTs here. Number 99, Red Bull Ford GT. I'm always a sucker for Ford GT, for the Red Bull color scheme. Also suspension. Number 99, Big Dog. A little bit loose. But lots of power. Fire seems to be going off. Just a hint, no, less grip than some of the other cars so far, and it reflects a little bit in the time. It's again a very nice car. It's just it's short that little bit of grip. So that's a 6.826. It is relatively smooth. There's just the barest hint of a chatter. Brakes are good. Top speed is good. Grip is, I'm going to say, too little. It's lacking a bit in grip there. And not too challenging to drive. It slides, but you just have to keep track of it. Next up, another Ford GT number 88, Ragtop Man. some very interesting liveries that people have done for the series. And another car with suspension. Interesting that this year there are several cars with, seem to be more cars with suspension that I recall compared to previous years. Maybe my memory is just in a state of suspension. Alright, number 88, Ragtop Man. A goodly amount of brakes, very smooth. Pushing a little bit too hard. Again, a very quick, smooth car. Same place. Very pleasant to drive. A very good car. I won't stop saying that. It's pointless because all of these cars are very good. Actually, absurd. A 6.609. It is very smooth. No real chatter. The brakes are good without being overpowering. Top speed is good. Grip is somewhere between good and excellent. And easy to drive. And next up, our good friend Les with a Corvette. Yay, it's something different. So it's number 54, Les Corvette. These are some wide tires. And in the interest of transparency, there's always uses Lexan clear Lexan chassis. But I can see through you, Les. Les, number 54. Very stable. Oh, okay, I could see that coming. Oof, that's very quick. Smooth, nice to drive. It's a very good car. A 6.527. And we're within a quarter of a tenth of last year's quickest time. It is smooth. It does not chatter. Brakes are excellent, just right. Top speed is good. Grip is between excellent and good. And it is quite easy to drive. And now I just wanted to take a quick look. Okay. Thanks for the feedback, Wes. Appreciate it. Let's see. Anybody else say anything anywhere else? That looks like it. And I was just wasting a bit of time there because I'm nervous of driving my own car. Next up, number 9 Super Slab. I was able to tune this car from going very nicely to very mediocre. Oh well. I never learn. Its weakness is that corner. Whoa! Glad it's my own car that I did that to. Okay, yes, I believe it's going to be a long proxy for me. 6.598. It is relatively smooth. It has a hint of chatter. For the rest, it does everything okay. So it's one of those. It would have been a nice car if it wasn't in this proxy. Next up, number 31, GS No Point, Aston Martin. GS No Point, number 31. Very nice. Very quick. Too quick for me, obviously. Just a hint of slidiness. Oh, don't do that. It's got a fair amount of punch, so you do have to be a little bit treated with a little bit of circumspection. Number 31, GS No Point. Fairly punchy, so you have to be a little bit careful. 6.650. It is smooth. No chattering. Brakes are not too much, not too little. Top speed is a little bit on the high side. And grip is good without being too great, and it's not particularly easy to drive. It just needs a little bit more care and attention than some others. Next up, number 46, Leadfoot. There are some cars with very wide tires. There is like zero gap between the side of the chassis and the inner edge of this right-hand rear tire. Number 46. Very predictable, a little bit down on top end. Oops. It's the kind of car that you just feel you can push a little bit harder all the time. It's which is always good in a proxy car. You need a drink of water. Definitely shows the advantage of not using an excessively powerful motor. So that is a 6.610. It is very smooth. Brakes just right. Top speed is a touch on the low side. Whether that's necessarily a bad thing is open, and the grip is somewhere between good and excellent. Not tippy, definitely easy to drive. Nice car that should race well. Next up, number 5, Redliner with the first Maserati. The wing is okay. It popped out on the one side. Wide, shiny tires. Number 5, Redliner. Lots of brakes. This corner that I've just come out on is the tricky corner on, well, it's not even a corner. The problem is not this corner over here. It's that this little slight change of direction unsettles the car and just lifts it off a little bit, and all of a sudden you don't have the brakes that you expect to have. And it very frequently pitches sideways quite violently. So this is definitely the biggest test on this track for any car is from under the bridge, the slight change of direction and then a tightening radius. So the slight change there unsettles the car, and by the time it hits the corner, it's off kilter. And that's a lovely excuse for me to mess up this. Another nice car. A best of 6.593. It is smooth, no real chatters. Brakes are just right. Top speed is a touch on the high side. Grip is good. And it is relatively easy to drive. Right. Next up, the first Mercedes. Yes. Slot Racer Hawaii's Mercedes number 12. A very yellow Mercedes. Front axle felt slightly sticky. I'm talking about sticky, time for a new sticky pad. About halfway through, I believe. There are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we're pretty much halfway. Slot Racer Hawaii number 12. It is dissipating. The front axle is definitely binding. And that, I believe, breaks the car. Brakes, A-K-E-S, not brakes, E-A-K-S. I will have to take a look at this, but for the moment I'll run it as is. But it definitely more than once. You could see it hesitate on the straight, for instance. Otherwise, beautifully smooth. Could do with a little bit more grip. There, back, oh, hung up again. Okay. Maybe it's more than tires. It smells unhealthy. It is definitely one unhappy vehicle. I think I'm going to call it quits here. I'll have a look at it before Saturday. Definitely smells like electric motor unhappiness. That's a very definite smell. If you go and look in the dictionary of smells, you will find electric motor unhappiness, and it's defined very specifically. Well, maybe not. 6.650. Quick in spite of everything. It is very smooth. It does not chatter. Brakes are just right. Top speed is good. Grip is good. And it is easy to drive. I just have to see if I can get to the bottom of the funniness. So next to Slot Racer Hawaii, we have Aloha from Hawaii. Hey Dale. And it's number 4, big surprise, Aloha, and it's BMW, the first BMW. Aloha Dale. Very nice. Very high top speed. Very nice. faster than last year's top qualifying. Well done there. Very nice. Everything that you want in a proxy car. 6.481 compared to last year's top qualifying time 6.496. So yes, it is very smooth. It does not chatter. Brakes are just right. Top speed is good. Grip is between good and excellent. And it is very easy to drive. Excellent car, Dale. And what we're seeing here is a car that's just on the faster than midpoint at Rob's track is now already quicker than the quickest car last year. How can the rest of us cope with this? Next is Brumos Tony's number 33, big surprise. Corvette, somewhat of a surprise. Silver, no surprise. So it's a mixed batch of surprises and not surprises. Quite tight. Number 33, Brumos. Very punchy, so you need to be careful. Short, a little bit of grip. And it doesn't like this under the bridge part very much. It's chatter that comes out there. But boy, it flies. Ooh. Like I said, it doesn't quite like you. You have to be very careful coming through this section. Okay, 6.534, which is very quick. But it's a car that keeps you on your toes, that's for sure. It might be a little bit challenging for racing. And now I have to sneeze. Sorry. Okay, it is smooth. It does not chatter. Brakes are good. Top speed, I think, it has a little bit too much punch. Grip is somewhere between good and excellent, and it is not easy to drive. It will reward a good drive, but it'll definitely challenge you. Next up, number 93 DF Racing Viper. Number 93 DF Racing. Very quiet. Real Vipers aren't this quiet. Very nice. Very nice indeed. A very easy drive. It'll race well. It just does everything well. So best of 6.515. It is very smooth, no chatter. Brakes are just right. Top speed is good without being excessive. Grip is somewhere between excellent and good, and a very easy driver. Good car to race. Next, Steve Fast Company, number 3. With a signature green Corvette. That's number 001 up front. I'm not sure what that's all about. Is it a code, Steve? That's something that we're supposed to do? I'm obviously not part of the secret handshake club. Fast company. Very smooth. Extremely smooth. On this track, it could probably use a bit more horsepower. That's been the trademark of Steve's cars in recent years. They're just super smooth and easy to drive. One of those cars that you could drive all day. Would be a great endurance racer. 6.623. On this track, it's just handicapped a little bit by the a little bit of shortage of horsepower. This is probably one of the more horsepower hungry tracks of this series. Very smooth chatter. Watch that. Not too much brakes, not too little. Top speed is somewhere between good and too low. It's basically, I think for this track I would go with too low. Grip is between good and excellent, and dramatically easy to drive. Next up, another Corvette, Lone Shark number 60. Yeah, there aren't any other sharks in this series, so this must be the Lone Shark. Very fast. Oof. That corner again. And listen carefully, you'll hear a chatter as it comes out from under the bridge. That is if I'm not stupid. happen very often. It does happen. Some cars, again, it's the little slight corner that upsets things. I've had a car come out here a few times as well. You don't expect it to come out because it's almost straight, but it's there's more to it than what meets the eye. A very quick car. Sufficiently quick that you need to be a little bit careful. So it is not all that easy to drive, but very quick. 6.591. It is smooth. It does have a hint of chatter in a number of places. Brakes are just right. Top speed is bordering on too high. And grip is good. Oops. And it needs care and attention when driving. It is not that easy to drive. And next up, Chilliwack Chris, F1 fan, number 7. Big surprise on number. And I'm heading out to Chris's place in a couple of weeks' time to give a hand with the World Champ Proxy there, the last final round. It's the final countdown. As long as it doesn't rain again. A few weeks ago, that whole place was just one big lake. Quite extraordinary. F1 fan, number 7. Very smooth. Not a lot of brakes. High top end. Very quick car. Already a quicker lap than last year's top qualifying. Wow, very nice. 6.470, I believe, is the quickest so far. Yes, it is. 6.470. Yes, extremely smooth. No chatter. Brakes are just right. Top speed is a touch on the high side. Grip is excellent. And it is dead easy to drive. Even I can sort of kind of drive it. Next is camber number 200. It's good to see the next two guys up more towards the front of the list than for the past couple of years. Camber and Smokey-O were both not always up there where I was expecting them to be. This proxy is seeming to be restoring the natural order of things. Next up, number 200, camber. Again, wide, glossy tires, and Camber's signature interesting combination brass and carbon fiber chassis. Camber number 200. Felix every car carries a fair bit of momentum that you have to be careful of. Different. You can feel it's a different style of car. You have to allow it to flow, for want of a better word. 6.560. It is very smooth, no chattering. Maybe I don't know, brakes are fine. Speed is great. Grip is good to excellent. And it is, I'm not going to say that it's perfectly easy to drive, because to get the best out of it, you have to adapt your driving style. You just have to allow it to flow. You're just along for the ride. Next up, number 70, Smokey Oh My. Trust you guys are doing well on the other side of the continent, right? And his signature yellow and white color scheme. Another car with fat tires. Number 70, Smokey O. Oh, very quick, very quick. Wow. Very quick karma. It invites you to drive it hard. And that, I believe, might be the quickest time so far. Yes. 6.454. It is smooth. Brakes are good. Top speed is good. Grip is excellent to good and very easy to drive. This car, I suspect, is going to do very well in the Proxy. And next up is number 64 Audi 1. Why am I cleaning Mike's car's tires again? Age is a devastating thing. 64 Audi 1 in all black Corvette. Nice, Alan. There's a hint of chatter in a number of the corners. Not sure where that comes from. .573. It is smooth, but it does have a hint of chatter. Brakes are just right. Top speed is good. Grip is good. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. And it is easy to drive. Okay, we're in the top 5 now, gentlemen, just for your information. Next is 101 JMS, one of the foreign visitors to North America. 101 JMS. It's great to see participants from other parts of the world. I think that's a great thing for proxy racing. Much appreciated. And interesting wheels. Look very light. Now for something completely different. Okay. JMS number 101. Very smooth. Fantastic car. Wow. That's all I got. Wow. Wow. Phew. Man. 6.264. This is just excellent. Smooth, yeah. Grip is magnificent. Wow, that's all I can say, guys. This is a alrighty then. While I try to gather my thoughts, number 79, Jimmy Slots. Right, number 79, Jimmy Slots. With the smallest wing I've ever seen on a Corvette. I think it was meant for a Lada or something like that. Ooh, that was painful. I think it's the combination of if you come through this section a little bit quick and you have it a little bit out this way, and then by the time it swings back, then it's just upset enough over here that it loses cohesion. Sorry, Jim. Oh, that was, sorry, I lost rhythm there for some reason. This is a lovely car to drive. It's just a great drive. I know I messed up a couple of times. I apologize for that, but that was more on me than the car. 6.460. Very smooth. Good speed, excellent grip, and oops, lovely to drive. Alrighty, next up, our fearless leader. Hey Rob, number 10, CGY Racer. Typical immaculate preparation from Rob. Our second last car for the day. Lovely, smooth, easy to drive car. Just an awesome car. Just an awesome car. It's just so settled and planted, and it just does what a slot car ought to. 6.355. Smooth, yeah. Everything is, top speed is great, grip is excellent, and hyper easy to drive. Okay, last car, PKCZ, number 100, top qualifier in in Kelowna. Let's see how it goes in Vancouver. Very clean, simple looking board. Quite incredible. Alrighty, final car, number 100. Breathless, speechless. I think I'll go and participate in something that I might do better at, like tiddlywinks or some such. Wow, that is a clean sweep for the Czech Republic. That, guys, these cars are just phenomenal. These cars are phenomenal. I need to go home now and catch my breath and try and figure out the meaning of life, because what I thought the meaning of life was clearly not quite it. Good heavens. In terms of slot cars, in any case. That was just extraordinary. I will publish the results as quickly as possible on the forum, but suffice to say, number 100 and number 101, basically, they did it. That's it for now, people. I don't know what else to say. I think I will, with that, I will just go and stop. Where am I now?